But now, my next guest is acting legend. Timothy Spall became a household name as Barry in Auf Wiedersehen Pet, and lots of us will also know him from his roles in Harry Potter and, of course, The King's Speech. Now, though, he's off to Spain for his new thriller, It Snows in Benidorm, and Timothy joins us now. That looks beautiful.
Well, I suppose that is a word that could be said of it. Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting experience. And the film's a very unusual one because on the face of it, it's quite a simple story, but it's quite an odd film as well because it creates its own atmosphere. It gets quite hypnotic and strange. You see this normal, ordinary guy that's, you know, more or less resolved to being a nobody. Turns out his life changes. He goes to Spain. He doesn't want to be a part of the whole Benidorm scene. He's trying to find his brother who's gone missing, and he ends up in this bizarre adventure that he had no idea, which brings him to life. He's almost about to disappear at home. So it's an interesting story.
Yeah, and the twist, obviously, he's there looking for his brother, and his brother has a life that you weren't aware of.
Yeah, exactly.
And the twists and turns that are involved in that. We see Sarita Choudhury there, who I just loved in, I was going to say Sex and the City, just like that.
Yeah.
She was so brilliant in that. She's a wonderful actress. What was it like?
She's fantastic. She's lovely.
Yeah.
She's really lovely. And we both, you know, we both knew we were in a film that was an unusual, as I say, on the face of it, quite a simple story. But sometimes films are just have the story, and then the coming together of the people involved create the atmosphere. And the film, the director, Isabel Croizet, also operates the camera, so you create this atmosphere. So as we were going along, we were involved, and we were both saying, we don't quite know what we're doing, but we feel like we're in safe hands. So it was a lovely experience. And she's just a lovely person as well. And they had three of these fantastic, very established Spanish actors in it as well. So it was a really nice experience.
What was it like to film in Benidorm, surrounded by holiday makers who were there having the best time of their lives?
Well, I mean, there was a bit of that going on, but it was actually in the winter. And I can say it snows in Benidorm because it did. The first day I was there, it snowed. I got in and I looked up in the mountains. I was driving in, the mountains were full of snow, and I came out and there was a snowflake came down. I thought, well, this is, you know. But the great thing is, it's southern Spain, so in the daytime it warmed up, so we could shoot in our, you know, summer clothes.
Of course.
So no, there wasn't a lot of that, but. I mean, Benidorm is a place that people go on holiday to have a good time. They don't necessarily go to look at the cultural delights of Spain. They go there to have a drink, have a good old scoff up and sit on the beach and have fun, you know. Why not?
I may have done it once as well, Timothy. Yes, so I know what you're talking about. It's been a mad year for you, though, in the best possible way. You've been incredibly busy. And one movie alongside Christian Bale.
Yes, who's another delightful man, yeah. That's a sort of a gothic... psychological horror thriller thing, all set in 1840 in West Point Military College, all about a series of unusual suicides going on in this college, and Christian Bale plays a detective, and Edgar Allan Poe is in it, who was actually at West Point at the time, so it's an Edgar Allan Poe type movie, a story with him in it, so that was all in Pittsburgh, which was an interesting place to be, in the middle of lockdown, which was strange. I've done a couple of films. I was in Germany in lockdown, complete lockdown, in Iceland in lockdown. That was unusual. So I've been knocking around all lockdown.
You're the only person that got around during that time, Timothy. When you look at your incredible back catalogue of work, what is it that makes your grandchildren sit up and go, oh, it's Grandad?
Well, they just think I'm their granddad, which is great. I mean,
first and foremost.
Obviously Rafe's kids have grown up with him being an actor, so it's just normal. But he did take them to Harry Potter World the other day, and they saw this really, really rather scary model of my face, and they were all saying, "Grandad, it's Grandad, it's Grandad. That Grandad's in." I said, "You know I'm in Harry Potter." "Yeah, but we didn't know until we saw your face," and it's this horrible figure of me looking like that. So yeah, no, I mean it's. Harry Potter's one of those phenomenons that, you know, it's become so huge now. It's one of those things, you know, that...
it's just beyond...
Kids adore it. Everybody adores it. You know?
Exactly. What about Auf Wiedersehen Pet? Have they watched any of that yet?
No, that's
further down the line.
That's from the olden times.
And you mentioned your son there, Rafe, of course, and you worked together just the once, I think. It was back in sort of 2000.
We did. We played father and son.
Yeah. Would that be on the cards again? Well, how did you feel working together?
Oh, it was lovely. I mean, we were both quite
unusual.
shy of it,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
You know, because we'd never done it, and you know, it's not. We don't sit in there discussing reading Shakespeare as kids. I didn't sit there and make him 2 sonnets or anything. He just sat and watched me shouting at the television. That's how we learned how to act, you know. So no, that was lovely, and he is developing, and he's got something in development at the moment, which is going to happen. But I won't tell you about it. But it's for us to play father and son again.
Yeah,
no, it was delightful. You know,
No, he's brilliant. Tim, you mentioned this tea.
Oh yes, the tea.
And as you say, it's not unusual to you at all because it's what you do. But explain to us. You just came up with this. I don't know how you quite decided that this was the flavour you liked. But explain to us what's in it.
Oh, this I see. I find it quite interesting. It's created an international incident and controversy. You know, I mean, you think, you know, you make a cup of tea in the morning, you've no idea people you're going to get hate mail about what you have with your toast.
Very controversial.
You know? Oh my God, it's cool. I mean, it split the nation. Oh, it's an outrage, you know, in this age of outrage. Why not be outraged about the fact that I have a Earl Grey and a Yorkshire tea bag in my tea?
Shock,
you know, I'm very inclusive. I like to go towards your building man, your working every man, and your sophisticated ponce who likes a cup of Earl. What's wrong with that? You know, that's me in a nutshell.
2 words colliding in a cup.
That's me. That's me.
Did you just accidentally come across it and decided you liked it?
I can't remember. Well, it's so normal. I suppose it's a bit like doing something normal until you realise it's illegal or something and it's pointed out to you. You know, you can't be doing that. Not in this day and age. No, I just like the taste of it.
Yeah.
But it's also got to be left in for a long time.
Yeah, there's a science behind getting the perfection.
Oh, it's got to taste like it's got old money and it's put in. Like somebody's dropped a load of old pennies in it. That's to me. I mean, it's, you know, as I say, it's rustic and sophisticated.
Absolutely that. Oh, gosh, Timothy, it's been an absolute delight this morning. Thank you for the tea, as you say, dividing the nation, but hey, that's what we do, eh?
Oh, you know what I mean? It's very important. We have to be careful in this day and age. The tea's the thing. Forget global issues. It's all about the tea.
It snows in Benidorm, and it really does.
It did.
You witnessed it. It's out in cinemas on Friday. Thank you so much,
Lovely
Timothy,
to
as
see.
always.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't forget, you can watch full episodes of Lorraine on the ITV Hub and all the best clips, compilations and playlists right here on our channel. Just subscribe now and you'll never miss an upload. Click here to watch another video similar to this one, or click here to head to our channel's homepage to explore all of our exciting videos.